is a nice routine for loosening up the lower back and also for the hips. And we're going to do it lying down on the floor or on your mat. So have your mat and a head cushion if you need it, and come to lying on your back. So always get your pelvis in neutral, get your feet and knees hip width apart. And then we're going to start. Bring your right leg up and hug it in towards your chest. And then without losing neutral, so using your core, bring the left leg up, the left knee up to your chest, and hug both your knees into your chest. Now from here, just draw your knees in a bit further, and you get a nice stretch as you just pull this lower back off very slightly, getting a nice stretch through that lower back, flattening out that natural curve, and then just release the knees a touch, and then draw the knees towards your chest. Keep your shoulders relaxed and just get that nice stretch through that lower back, the lower part of your spine, and release. Let's do a couple more of those. So drawing your knees in and getting a really nice stretch here. And release. Let's do one more. Really feel that stretching, it's great. And release. So keep your knees up and put your hands on top of your knees, one hand on each knee. Keep the knees and the feet together, and then do some knee stirs. So you're getting a nice massage all around the lower back and the outer rim of the pelvis. As you take your knees away, don't arch your back, so use your core to stop that, and just really explore that outer rim of the pelvis, massaging that lower back. It feels really nice. Let's do one more in this direction. Back to the center, and then let's reverse. Again, as the knees go away, don't arch your back. Use your abdominals, your core to stabilize the pelvis a bit. Stop that arching. That's a really nice massage here. And let's do one more circle in this direction. And then back to the center. Now keep one hand on each knee, but now bring your knees back to hip width apart, and your feet can be apart as well. And now we're going to do circles. So the knees are going in the opposite direction to each other. Again, don't arch your back. So as your knees go away, use your core. So it's a circular movement of your thigh bones circling in the hip sockets to loosen up those hip sockets. Let's do one more circle in this direction. So taking the knees as wide apart as you feel comfortable, and then let's reverse. You get a nice stretch to the inner thigh here, really lubricating that hip joint, but no arching in the back. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Let's do one more circle like that, and bring the knees together. Now keep hold of your right knee and drop your left foot down on the floor of the mat, and then lengthen your left leg away and hug your right knee in. Now this is trying to get a stretch through the upper or the front of the hip on the left side and the upper thigh as well. So really have that sense of you lengthening your left leg away as you hug your right knee in, and stretch that leg away, the left leg. Get a nice stretch there. If you're very tight in what we call the psoas, which is the muscle inside the front of the hip here, and get very tight and can pull on the pelvis, and then can also affect your lower back. And then just draw your left leg back up so the foot is flat and your knee is bent, your foot is flat on the floor, and then drop your right knee. Now hug your left knee in and then lengthen your right leg away. So stretch the right leg away now as you hug your left knee in. Make sure that it stays in line with the hip, that it hasn't gone out away from the body. So really stretch that away. Open out across the front of the right hip, front of the right thigh. And then bring that right leg back so the foot is flat on the mat, and release your left leg back again. I'm going to show you an adaptation for the psoas stretch, the stretch where we open out across the front of the thigh and the groin here. So if you didn't get much of a stretch just lying on the mat, then if you've got a bolster, get your bolster. If not, you can always roll up a thick towel or a thick blanket. Come and sit right at the front of your bolster here, and then use your arms to guide you back down and come back to lying on the mat, and make sure that your bolster is actually under your pelvis here. So it's not in the lower back, just under the pelvis. So now let's do a psoas stretch from here. So now bring your right knee in and lengthen your left leg away. Now because you've got this bolster here, you get much more of a stretch along the front of this, the upper quad, the upper thigh, and the front of the hip and into the psoas. Now you shouldn't feel any discomfort in your lower back. If you do, then try bringing that bolster up just a touch more. So get that bolster where it feels comfortable. You shouldn't feel any discomfort in the lower back whatsoever. So let's stay here for a few breaths, hugging your right knee in, lengthening that left leg away. And I've got a slightly stronger stretch here now. It feels really good. And then to swap over, drop your right foot down before you bring your left leg back. And then bring the left leg in, the left knee in, and lengthen the right leg away. And again, stretch that right leg away, hug the left knee in, keep the shoulders relaxed, and get a really good stretch in the right psoas, the right groin, front, the top of the right thigh. So hold that here, just another breath or two, and then bring my right leg back and drop my left leg. And I can either, to come off the bolster, you can either roll onto your side to come off, or you can push it away like so. And now we're going to just do a nice opening out across the front of the hip again, the front of the groin. Relax the right knee out and lengthen the left leg away. And in fact, you can put the sole of your right foot on the inside of your left knee. Try not to roll right over, so keep in neutral as much as you can, and just relax that right knee out to the side. So just let go of any tension here, and just get a nice releasing stretch here. And this is actually a really nice thing you can do in bed in the morning before you get out of bed when you're nice and warm. In fact, all this little series of exercises you can do under the duvet cover while you're all cozy and warm before you get out of bed. So if you often wake up in the morning and your back feels very, very tight and stiff, then do these in bed before you get out of bed. And pull in your core to bring your right knee back up, bring your left leg back, and let's swap over. So extend your right leg and put the sole of your left foot on the inside of your right thigh, and relax that left knee out. Keep working from your core here so you keep the pelvis nice and strong and stable, and relax that left knee out. If it's particularly uncomfortable, you can always get a cushion. If you're very tight, get a cushion underneath this thigh here, and it can relax on the cushion. So make sure that you are relaxing this knee. You're not holding onto any tension here. And you can hold that for a few breaths, and then bring that knee back up to center, having pulled in your core, and then bring the right leg back up again. So those are just very simple exercises, a nice short routine to loosen up the hip socket, loosen up the inside thigh and the lower back, and you can do them all from the comfort of your bed.